Hi, welcome to the top 20 round of competition. My name is Ivy and I'll be the MC for this round. Our participant right now is Joseline Yap with the speaker sequence 16. The topic that they will be delivering reads, How does the pandemic change one's social behavior? The participant will have 3 minutes minimum to deliver their speech with a maximum of 5 minutes. Participants who speak less than 3 minutes or more than 5 minutes will have their overall scores reduced by 2 points. We are going to record the session. We have your consent to do so?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for that. So without further ado, we welcome Joseline Yap to deliver their speech about how does the pandemic changes one's social behavior. Do note that the first word you speak will start the timer immediately. So Joseline Yap, the time is yours.
Panels, we got disrupted by the sudden entrance of the pandemic last year. It happened so suddenly that not even one person was actually ready for it. It created an extraordinary ripple effect for everybody across the globe. And as it continues from then, the pandemic has taken the lives of almost 5 million people. Now, most people might think at the start of this pandemic that this is just some flu season and it will eventually go away. But neither did we know that this pandemic has actually created a turn in our lives, changing our routines in the most unprecedented ways. Good afternoon, honorable judges, and to the committees as well. My name is Joseline Yap, contestant number 16, and today I will be delivering my speech regarding the topic picked, and that is, how does the pandemic change one's social behavior? Now, panels, I have just mentioned that this unforeseen entrance of this pandemic has created a change in our routines, right? This is because as we were going on with our daily lives as usual, like we were all just doing our everyday routines, we were going to school as usual, we were going to work, eating with our friends. All of these things are what we do before this whole pandemic situation happened. And ever since the pandemic came, it is no longer visible to us that we see these things happening at a normal state. We were forced to stay at home for who knows how long. We were told to obey all health protocols released by the health officials, and hence because of that, our social behaviors has changed conversely. Ladies and gentlemen, this pandemic has hit us way hard that it changes people. It changes our daily routine and our habits of doing things. We are forced to blend in and to recognize the so-called new normal now. And because of the quarantine rule that the government has ordered, it created an effect where people are feeling empty. People are feeling anxious and scared. Ladies and gentlemen, all of these feelings are making society change their social behavior. There are a lot of people who are becoming more introverted. There are a lot of people who have social anxiety now. Moreover, there are people who even lost contacts due to the lack of communication. The pandemic has made one lost their social abilities and also their social behaviors ever since it began. Now, panels, we know that the vaccination program has started, and because of that, we can see that many people are vaccinated, and most people say that everything is slowly going back to normal again. But I wonder, will it? We have seen the routines that we have done back when this pandemic hasn't started yet. Social interactions are clearly a must back then. But because of this sudden wave of pandemic, everything just changed. We have to obey all health protocols like social distancing and masks. People shaking hands, people hugging, people sharing food are something that we see as normal back then. But looking at the situation right now, it is unbelievably hard to swallow the fact that we can't do this anymore. We have to wear masks every day and even avoid people in general. Or even if we want to meet with our closest relatives and friends, we have to stay at least 2 meters apart from them. Washing of hands every day and disinfecting things are the new social behavior that we have to adapt and normalize now. Because we know society right now just wants to stay safe and to obey all health protocols, as because that is the new social behavior right now. So in conclusion, panels, while people are saying that this pandemic will end soon and that we will be going back to our daily lives again, I say that it won't. Clearly, this whole pandemic has changed so much of our lives that it feels off to say that everything is going back to normal again. These past 2 years, people change from every aspects of our social behaviors. We aren't communicating as per usual. That's because people need to be distanced with other people. Most people have social anxiety now. We have to obey all health protocols like washing hands, disinfecting things. We don't share our food or even our stuff because we prioritize health and safety. It is in those examples that we can see how this gruesome pandemic has taken a turn on society. And even on society's social behavior, it brings out the emptiness of people. It makes people feel the need to stay away from each other. It decreases our social skills and behavior. We feel like we lose the skills to interact with people and that we need to take extra measures to stay safe at all costs. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how the pandemic has affected us and moreover how society has become. So the only thing that we can do is to try to take these behaviors and create a new change for the society by using these new social behaviors to continue to stay safe. And hopefully, with the so-called new normal, everyone can cope with this new feeling or behavior and try to make a betterment for themselves and for the society in general. Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful speech. You may now leave the breakout room and proceed to the main room.
Thank you.